there is a lot of change in the attitudes of the citizen towards river, and in fact for that matter for all the environmental bodies which we have ourselves, all the natural resources which we have around ourselves, with special reference to rivers. If you talk of now, the rivers are definitely, there is a cultural and spiritual connect with the rivers, but rivers have now been taken up by people, by community, more as a commodity, and there is a lot of littering. People do take it as there is not a give and take relationship between the river bodies and the communities. There is a lot of human centric, I would say, anthropogenic centric attitude and approach towards the river, and we've been almost exploiting the river to the extent we can without doing much, so that the river itself can rejuvenate itself to come to its true and the pristine senses. जब मैं छोटी थी, बचपन में मेरा जो घर है वो, मैं वाराणसी के पास एक गांव है गाज़ीपुर, तो वहाँ से नदी गंगा का हमारा काफ़ी गहरा कनेक्ट था। हम लोग गर्मी की छुट्टी में जब जाते थे तो नदी के आसपास हमारा आना जाना रहता था। धीरे धीरे जैसे जैसे टाइम आगे बढ़ा, व्यस्तता बढ़ी और हम लोगों का जाना कम हो गया, बट फिर भी दिल्ली में भी क्योंकि यमुना नदी है तो पिकनिक्स पे, एक्सकर्शंस पे हम लोग काफ़ी जाते थे, घाट पे क्लीनिंग करने के लिए, बट तब भी नदी का कुछ इतना जो आज का आप स्वरूप देख रहे हैं वो इतनी पोल्यूटेड यमुना नदी नहीं थी। धीरे धीरे मेरा सब्जेक्ट भी, मेरा रुझान हुआ नदियों के प्रति, सब्जेक्ट मेरा एनवायरनमेंट है, तो इस तरीके से मेरा एक स्पेशल अट्रैक्शन, एक स्पेशल अटेंशन हुआ टुवर्ड्स द रिवर बॉडीज़। एंड फॉर्चुनेटली मुझे IIPA में जब मैं कार्यरत हुई तो NMCG द्वारा 2 बार हमको ये प्रोजेक्ट मिला, और बहुत करीब से मुझे दूसरे पहलुओं की, जब आप टेबल के दूसरे साइड होते हो तो आपको एक डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट मिलता है। जब आप एज अ प्रोजेक्ट इन्वेस्टिगेटर, एज अ रिसर्चर देखते हो तो आपको और भी बहुत सारे गैप्स क्या हैं, चैलेंजेस क्या हैं, क्या लिमिटेशंस हैं, कैसी नीतियाँ निर्धारित किए हैं सरकार ने, क्या कौन कौन से स्टेक होल्डर्स उसके लिए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, किस तरीके के काम कर रहे हैं, किस तरीके के चैलेंजेस आ रहे हैं, वो सब देखने को, जानने को बहुत करीब से मिला। और अभी मेरी सतत प्रयत्न, कोशिश यही है कि उसमें और मैं आगे जाऊं और अपनी जो भी मैं कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकती हूं वो मैं कंट्रीब्यूट करने की पूरी कोशिश करूंगी। व्हाट हैपेंड, सी वी ऑल नो लॉट ऑफ cleanliness drive, lot of activities have been already done by different governments across, starting from 1985, that is Ganga Action Plan 1. बट गंगा एक्शन प्लान का जो आप लिमिटेशन कह लो, मेजर लिमिटेशन यही था कि वहाँ पे सिर्फ इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशंस पे ध्यान दिया गया। जो पीपल कनेक्ट होता है, जन कनेक्ट जो होता है वो मिसिंग था। तो जन आंदोलन को जब आपको जल आंदोलन तक लेके जाना होता है तो लोगों को जोड़ना बहुत ज़रूरी है। नमामि गंगे मिशन 2014 में जो फ्लैग ऑफ हुआ, उसमें ये जो इम्पोर्टेंट मिसिंग कंपोनेंट था जन सहभागिता का, वो उसको लाइमलाइट में लाया गया। उसमें लोगों का जुड़ाव देखा गया, लोगों से ये देखा गया कि किस तरह से हम इनको जोड़ सकते हैं और कैसे इनको एक सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट स्टेक होल्डर बना सकते हैं। जब तक हम लोगों के साथ इसका, नदी का जुड़ाव नहीं करेंगे, और इंजीनियरिंग, मैं ये नहीं कह रही हूँ कि इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशन ज़रूरी नहीं है, इंजीनियरिंग सोल्यूशंस के साथ, STPs के साथ लोगों का जुड़ना, ये ओनरशिप लेना कि ये हमारी नदी है, हम इसे अगर स्वच्छ नहीं रखेंगे तो कोई बाहरी आके इसको साफ सफाई नहीं करेगा, वो जुड़ाव बहुत ज़रूरी है। और इस प्रोजेक्ट में हमने अपने मेजर स्टेक होल्डर्स जो रखे वो इन्हीं को रखे, स्पेशली हमारे जो आज की पीढ़ी हैं, जो बच्चे हैं, स्कूल के बच्चे हैं, कॉलेज के बच्चे हैं, वो एज अ ग्रीन एम्बेसडर हमने उनको लिया, एज गंगा एम्बेसडर्स हमने लिया। फिर हमारे जो गंगा मित्र हैं, गंगा दूत हैं, कि और जो वॉलंटरीज अपने आप आए, जो जिनकी सहभागिता बहुत बहुत ज़रूरी है नदी को स्वच्छ रखने के लिए, नदी की निर्मलता बनाए रखने के लिए और इस मुहिम को आगे चलाने के लिए, क्योंकि ये एक दिन का एफर्ट नहीं है। नदी को हमने गंदा भी बहुत सालों में, बहुत दशक लगाए, तो हम ये सोचें कि वो रातों रात गंगा नदी पवित्र हो जाएंगी, निर्मल हो जाएंगी, अविरल बहने लगेंगी, तो मेरे ख्याल से थोड़ी अतिशयोक्ति होगी। हमें थोड़ा टाइम देना चाहिए, और जिस तरीके से सरकार, जिस तरीके से NMCG और उसकी दूसरी एजेंसीज जैसे IIPA इसमें कार्यरत हैं, मुझे पक्का पूर्ण विश्वास है कि वो दिन दूर नहीं है कि हम इस काम को करने में पूर्णतः सक्सेसफुल होंगे। तो इट वाज द ईयर ऑफ कोविड, our team went to the different schools. We had a lot of interaction, lot of brainstorming with the students, with the teachers and the principals, and we came up with the modules that exactly what should we do
so as to disseminate to the bestest possible way to the students. And we came up with a lot of modules. All our modules we have customized for the school students. We have different modules. For the college students, they are different. For the master trainers, that is the faculty and the school teachers, the modules are different. And moreover, we did a lot of activities in Paramarth Niketan in Banaras, so as to communicate to the larger mass, to the larger gurus, through spiritual gurus. And it was seen that the project was definitely accepted with open arms. And especially I would like to comment that students, because when we were doing this project of ours way back in 2021, there was the schools, they were on a closure mode. There was a work from home or a study from home. Major objective of Namami Gange is the Jan Bhagidarita, and I, in my personal view, I think then who better can be there, can be the Ganga ambassadors than the generation Z, which is the generation of today, so that they know their responsibilities, where are we going wrong, what more can we do. And believe me, they are the ones who keep us, motivated. They give us a lot of fuel. They have a lot of ideas. They do discuss and share a lot of ideas as well, and we try to customize each program as per their demands, and we schedule them accordingly. Biodiversity, for that matter, is a huge term, and it is very, very important for the existence of river Ganga, and for that matter for any river body. The integrity of the entire river system depends on the biodiversity and its varied components. If you look at the biodiversity aspects of the same, Ganga river dolphin is the keystone species of river Ganga. Slowly and slowly, with the mission, National Mission for Clean Ganga, with Namami Gange flagging off in 2014, the recent latest report of WIIA is that there are 4,000 dolphin species now in river Ganga. And the cherry on the cake is that it is not only on the main stem of river Ganga, even in the tributaries it is there, the river dolphin is there, and that talks of the success of the program, because the pollution is a major hindrance. If pollution is there, river dolphins will not survive there, they will not spawn there, and the population of the same will not increase. Same is the case with this olive ridley turtle. They also have this nesting habitats in Odisha, which has a nearby opening of river Ganga. And this olive ridley turtle needs a estuarine ecosystem to develop. So the nesting habitats are near that estuary, but for feeding the olive ridley turtles they have to travel miles. That is, the routes are through river Ganga only. And if the river is polluted again, that would be a lot of pressure on the population of the turtles. And also, because of the climate change and the related impacts, if the temperature increases, they have a lot of impact on the gender of these olive ridley turtles, because at the time of incubation, it is the temperature which decides what gender of the turtle will be. So all these impacts in totality gives a huge impact, and it is not holy and pious only for human beings. It should be equally holy, equally pious, and equally rejuvenating for the river flora and fauna as well. So there is no skepticism involved with climate change now. It is there and it is for real. It is already banging hard on our doors. And of course, rivers are definitely one of the most important recipient of the impacts of climate change. In recent past, we have been hearing of excessive extreme events. We have been hearing of droughts. We have been hearing of the cloudburst. We have been hearing of the urban flash floods especially, and that is why it is creating a lot of turmoil in the entire river course. Rivers, they have been altering their path because of the changed landscape, and of course this is all resulting in territories of which at least human beings have not even thought of. And we need to see to it very seriously that how climate change would unfold itself, and we have to act 10x to the power of 10x more aggressively, so as to ensure that whatever impacts, whatever problem is already there which has been created due to climate change, if not we could minimize it, but at least we could bring it to a static position, so as to see that we are resilient enough to adapt to the changing scenario. Almost all stakeholders, as I said, are equally important. The project is like a hub and all the stakeholders are like spoke. So even if there is a disalignment or misalignment of a single spoke, the entire wheel will not function. So determining and telling that this is important and this is not is difficult. But yes, if you talk of the enthusiasm, we have received a lot of enthusiasm from the students and from the volunteers who work for Ganga. But if you look from the administrative point of view, and I would like to place on record special thanks to National Mission for Clean Ganga for creating the District Ganga Committee and for deputing the personals in the District Ganga Committee so as to understand the administrative issues related to the Ganga cleansing, the rejuvenation of the river, and so that they can have the first-hand experience. And it is the District Ganga committees which act as a conduit between the states and the center, so that the problems which are related to river Ganga, the gaps which are there, the challenges which are there, they can be plugged in a timely manner, and we don't have to beat around the bush and to keep on reinventing the wheel. So I think this is one of the most important inclusion, the District Ganga Committee members. A lot of effort has been already done to take in most of the stakeholders, but yes, of course, there is a need and demand to connect with the Earth Ganga aspect of river Ganga, that is adding economics, because we know that until unless we do not add a monetary value to any commodity, be it nature, be it river, be it air, be it anything, if you add the monetary component to it, the value increases, and the normal people, the common masses, they started taking interest in it. And if you talk of inclusion of other stakeholders in our project itself also, we have taken the industries, we have taken the environment social governance component in the, as one of the major stakeholders again, because they are the ones which give an important tangent of facilitating the livelihoods, of relating the livelihoods of the people. Say for example, so many initiatives have been started by Namami Gange, such as Ghat Pe Haat and Ghat Pe Yog. All these activities are a link, they act as a bridge between the people and the economics of a place, so that it will help in generating the income, it will also help in generating the revenue, and as a result, by and large, the health, if the economic health of a river system is in shape, I am very sure the ecological health also will fall in place.